Hello, ahoy there. This looks like it's working. Ahoy, it is me, Tiny Pirate. And we are playing some more Factorio. It's very exciting, I think you'll agree. If my streaming software will work. Oh, there it goes. Ugh, come on, YouTube. So what we're going to do tonight is build a replacement for this runabout. And we're going to go out and start collecting more arcospheres. Now, one of the things I have done off air is kind of construct this big empty space. This big space here is going to be reconfigured for arcosphere things. I don't even know what those things are yet, but production, manufacturing, folding, sliding, flipping on the grill, whatever it is, they're all going to go here. There'll be some science production here as well. It's going to be all right, I guess. It's going to be fine. So I've got a bit of big space here because I wanted a bit of room to do some thinking. The first thing I wanted to do is to put down a nuclear reactor, or the atomic reactor thing. I want to put down the pieces so I can plan this out. What are you complaining about? No, you're fine. We're going to need water in and steam. So we're going to use steam, water, and we're going to need a heat no, not that. Actually, do I get a rate on this? 400 megawatts, and so that's a lot of heat coming off it. Where did I just saw them. There it is. And so this bad boy, it can consume 560 megawatts. So I almost want to do something like that. So water, steam, and I'm going to just lay this out because I want to then yeah, devise the system for making this good. So is it sort of tending to be that way now? Could we rotate this something like this? Kind of thinking. We need this to pick up all the steam. This is such a massive unit. And then it needs to return water to the rest of the ship. Or water back into the system. So I mean it could go this way and just go bonk straight in. And then what it would do is just return water back in. This doesn't really lend itself to being tidy, does it? The plumbing job on this is going to be a pain. And this will produce more than enough electric boilers. There's a way to return steam to water as well. Chemical plant, biochemical facility. Am I carrying around one? I actually am. Oh my god, that's enormous. Yeah. Oh, no, that's ridiculous. Could I even do this in a chemical plant? No. So I do kind of want to destroy the steam back to water by doing something like this. So that's a little system that will generate a lot of heat to generate steam, which in theory, so we can probably like 3/4 fill this tank and then pump it over to here, and that little virtuous loop will continue fairly safely. Could we We can give ourselves a bit more buffer room like this. Water coming in, water coming in. And, well, likewise this. I mean, we can... So I'm trying to kind of concoct ways to make this reasonably thin, so that will carry heat. That's not too bad, is it? What do you reckon? I'll just rotate it, roughly shaped. So this would heat up, water would come in. Now, in theory, you need 3 of these. Can we risk it? I think we probably can. Ooh. They can't be that close to that. Unless... sort of got to do the old put the brain sack on here. If we connect up here, water's going to come out and get in the way. So I mean, we're going to end up with a bit of room, but we're also going to be able to jam in the odd battery pack and stuff like this around, which will be nice, I suppose. I don't really want to drain our... that doesn't really matter too much. So that is a virtuous loop. That'll work well for the power system. And then and that's not too crazy big. I suspect, we would need a... Would we want one of these, a largest chest? And we would do something like a bunch of fuel in and a bunch of fuel out. That's sort of pretty tight. Bunch of power. So on and so forth. The only thing is I do... heat exchanger, how quickly is that going to consume anything? Materials. Half a pipe of water and generate 500 steam a second. And this thing can consume 1,000 steam a second at full crank, but we're unlikely to ever get anywhere close to full speed. So, okay. That powertrain, I quite like. I'm just going to save it for now. There might be ways to make it more tinier. If you've heard of them, then please let me know. Now, the thing that I do kind of struggle with is... like, how do I jam enough engines in? What is this? If this is the middle of the ship, it's kind of not quite right. It's either aligned or it's not. Nah, it's fine. Kind of want to be like this, don't we? But not too much, because then... How did we do it on the other ship? So the bottom one basically wasn't occluded. So he was like... Can't go there, that's fine. mean, you can even stack them up in weird ways one behind the other, but it's a bit weird. So we're just designing a new interplanetary spaceship, and I want it to be really, really quite fast, and probably quite massive too, to be honest. What would that end up being like, size-wise? See, it's touching. Oh, well, the whole thing needs to... No. Oh, no. There we go. I think it's basically like that I'm trying to do. Are we... No, not like that. It's too much over. I think it blocks the... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that'd be 7 engines in a relatively tight shape. And I am pretty sure that, like... two of these would be sufficient. I wonder if I could even jam in fuel. Kind of could. It looks a bit hokey. Like, I want it to be a bit elegant, but in theory I could just plonk in fuel from the side there, for example. And then we would just do, you know, a bunch of pipes. Probably... Whoa, game. Whoa, what was that? Hate it when it does little weird things like that. I always worry something's going to crash. And of course we can't fuel this. Doesn't really help. Can we go wider? I think the question really is, what can two projector shields cover? Although, to be fair, we could easily do a kind of a 3-shield jobbo. It doesn't really. It doesn't make much sense. Yeah, it does a bit. Have a quick look at that. Ooh. No. Yeah, something like that would work quite well. So then it's just a matter of figuring out where to put all this stuff, which if we just moved it back like a teeny bit would be perfectly fine. I don't even know if I want to worry too much about doing anything but that right now. Is there even any room for anything interesting back here? Huh. That would be pointless, but I mean, I can at least just jam in all of the stuff that we would want. There would be some... Where are you? Oh, I swear to goodness, I always fail on spotting stuff. My spot hidden is terrible. So yeah, we can jam in power back there. We've got 7 engines. Do I even want more? You know what, I kind of do. I will be honest. No, too far. Just because I'm greedy. I want maximum powers. Now, do we need to adjust these shields? Arguably, yes. You know, maybe it's just 3. I can see the outline there. Maybe it's just 3 frontal shields like that. Something like that was how we'd have to run it. Even slightly further apart. And this thing is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's going to be our biggest, fastest ship yet, eventually, once it's done. There's a fair bit of space back here, which could be for pilot and engineering, me basically, and requester chests, and yeah, you know, stuff, this sort of stuff. Could be a bit of this, and yeah, a bit of that. Some doors here. There's a little bit of stuff at the side, but it could be relatively slim. And then the front will be all the lasers known to man. I think for 9 engines, that's pretty good. And actually, one of the nice things about this is that I can now just, in theory, bring something in from the side, so that would be much cleaner to import. What would we want up here? Kind of thinking back a little bit. We would want power distribution that goes from one end of the ship to the other. Probably want this here because I will want to run logic and stuff, and I would want another one up around here just for good times. And then what I would want is like spaceship walls. Where are we going to go? I'm just going to pretend that this is how it's going to be. From even the same space. That's the other thing we would need is we would need, I can actually do this from in here to the outside of the ship. I want to control how much water goes in, so we don't want that to get we want no more than about 20,000 in here, and it'll fill up both of these, and that way when it's running, steam is being made, it'll not jam up, is my thought. Is that even square? I don't know. Let me have a look. Nyom. And then down this wall. Nyom. No, it is not. This wall needs to come out one. Come here. Yeah, it is one. I mean, is that a problem? Not really. And the first thing I could actually do, which would have been possibly even smarter, is bring that in one. And then, yeah. It's a giant arrow going the wrong direction is what I see. But it's not completely crazy and terrible. I almost wonder if this would be better rotated. I don't think so fundamentally. Oh, you know what? Actually, I do. Oh, well, it can't go down any further. And it opens a giant space at the back of the ship, which I can't do much with. I would love to move it down one, but I can't due to pipes, essentially. I mean, at least what I could do is just go... no, just that one, thank you. Ugh. No, that's wrong. Alright. And there is room for a ton of battery storage. That's 9 engines. It's a pretty decently sized ship. And then it would just need to... What is this even like here? And a shield goes up there. It's actually not wide enough by quite a margin. That kind of is, though. But we do have now the problem that we're on 4 deflector shields, which isn't too crazy considering the amount of pain we're likely to hit. Ah, man, this is a slightly weird looking ship. I'm very much liking just how much energy storage I'll be able to jam in here. Like, it's going to be obscene. But I'm not so much liking the some of the other bits and bobs. Heat will be good. So one of the things I guess I wonder about now is we've got this bad boy on. Oh, actually, what is that even sized at normally? Do we need another one at the front? I don't think so. I will make the front double strength or double width though when it does come down to it. Of course, it's never exactly the right. Oof, it never is. Is it like 3 squares or something ridiculous? That's not going to fit anything in sensibly. No, a little triangle. Is that going to be weird? It's a good stack of lasers though. go. Something like that. There's so much room here, though. I mean, like, it's just weird to me. Unless we just went down their ship like this. I mean, that's a ton of lasers. That's a good pile of lasers. Shielding is good. It does cover the sides all the way. It's a 9-person ship. It looks like an arrowhead going exactly the wrong direction. However, I still quite like it. The only problem is going to be figuring out how to put down the floors on this space now. I'm just pondering what could be done. What are you complaining about? Yeah, that's fine. What could be done a little differently here? I kind of think... this could be done a bit better with a door. Just a interesting kind of dock. So we will just cut that out there. And I can always add in like a couple of extra lasers down the ship just to cover any flank issues we might conceivably find ourselves in. Okay, you know what? I think it's time to potentially lay this thing out and to fill it with steam and do all that kind of stuff. What I might do... do I want to have 2 of these? I'm thinking that when this is in a port, like here, we just take the... or we just disable the... yeah, so we could do this on a signal. Yeah, we could disable this on a signal, I think. So we could say that if you're in... port and dock, don't bother filling the reactor, and with enough energy storage that won't really matter, so we just won't be burning through reactor fuel doing nothing. Let's see if we can put down a floor and have it do reasonable behavior. Now, if I'm smart, I could get it built accurately from the start. I'm not sure I can actually pull that off. I can get it. I can see the perimeter there and get a fair chunk of it correct. So where are we looking at here? And over here. Okay, that's sort of getting there. I'm sort of painting it in slowly. Now, one of the questions I will need to figure out is where to put a clamp. Oh, we're out. Okay, so I usually do put clamps on the left-hand side, so let's see if I did actually line it up to the grid correctly, or if for some reason it's going to be a right-hand side clamp, maybe. Yes, it will. And you know what? I'm even going to put it... Oh, is it going to be easier on this side for this one? That's kind of weird how it does that, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's going to be over... Okay. going to be over there so it can be protected. And up the front here, I'm going to create slightly fatter, chubbier walls and a slightly rounder nose, I think. Yeah, I want to thicken the front walls up a bit. I'll see if we can let the game figure that out. Okay, let me just check the surface. Okay, all kinds of stuff. Fine, launch it. So it's going to be complaining. Status integrity check. Yeah, invalid. Okay, I get it. That's fine. Alright, cool. Well, we can at least paint in this while we wait for the rest to arrive. In fact, did that... I'm actually thinking that... Yeah, it didn't quite get painted in. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty confident with this so far. So we're going to need to bring steam in, or water in for steam, which will come in... Oh, it's actually... Okay, game. What are you doing with my frame rates? Do we want to do it like... Well, that doesn't make a difference. Yeah, I don't mind walking past a pipe here to get in. The big dramatic music is rising. It knows I've... Well... The game knows I've got a great spaceship idea in hand. Do we want it landing right there? It's not too bad. I sort of built it in roughly where I'd build it, so there's probably no point in complaining. Oh, and I need to put some... It's got the controls on it. Yeah, that's going to work. I like the fact as well the shields are so close to the front. It gives the lasers a lot of time to do their work without wasting our energy on deflecting. Do this. Chunka chunka. Ugh. Nice shields, always get in the way. Okay, fill those tanks up. 2 of them. Will that actually be enough antimatter? I'm actually not convinced. I'm going to be a bit careful. I even like the power system back here. 3 big tanks, fill up with antimatter, pump, pump, pump. Yes. Oh, that would help, eh? If I actually had a personal logistics on that would bring me stuff. Instead of just ignoring me. Now, the hard part is I've got to create a square. I've got to create a square the same size as this so that when I go plonk, 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 I cover the area. If we covered all of this, there can be some really tricky little wrinkles. So let's get these ones sorted. Yep, those are fine there. Those are fine. Okay, the water tanks. Actually, they've kind of, it's, oh, they're hitting equilibrium. Oh, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, does that actually make sense? I think it does make sense. That's interesting. So this one's got water. They'll start charging steam. Alright, okay, cool. So here comes... Yeah, hit me, boys. Give me the... No? Yes? Oh, and the other thing I want is I want to make sure I've got at least 2 of the silos in my inventory. But I actually might take more. Yeah, you know what? I think it is time to commit to this vessel. This vessel's going to be sweet. So one of the things we can do is ask for... How much antimatter? 200? Yeah, I think that's probably pretty reasonable. Where else can I jam more power in? I don't really want to fill all the... Kind of don't want to fill all the corridors up. But on the other hand, it's a lot of empty space, right? And also... we can clear some of these pipes up at least. Now, what I will want is some pretty severe... Can I get one of these in? No. Now, even with that, it's not going to be a fit. And I'm likely to need small power poles up the ship anyway, which, it's not the end of the world. Where are we looking at? Come on. Where can I put this down that's kind of comfortable? It's going to be able to carry signal. Oh yeah, that works. We will want the A signal to come. No, not there. So A, if A does not equal 748, put stuff in. So basically when you're not on the surface, then put stuff in. Except in this one case, I'm just going to say get it cranking. Because I just don't sort of want... 1500 degrees. Low temperature, no steam comes through yet. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Now, let's go all the way down here, because then I might be able to get the size about right. I do this, oh yeah, so I've got to kind of start like this. Yeah, I think I can do that. Only one way to find out. We'll have to try and build the launch the ship and see what happens. And if it launches, then I've hit all of the required space platform. I think I'm doing okay. I reckon I might have it. I can just slip in the back here. Don't tell the engineers about the hole. Invalid tiles found. Oh, there was a little bit there. None up here. So yeah, we actually should put down some of these chests because they're going to do the same job. So in this one, I want 96 of these. In this one, I want 96 of these. And in this one, I want 96 arcospheres. Simple. That's basically the that's basically what I want. So let's see if this works. It's a giant weird arrowhead going exactly the wrong way through space. It works. It's got a vast amount of energy. It's relatively streamlined. Can I make it slightly more? Kind of want to. It will probably help a tiny amount. Yeah, I can make this a little... Oh, hang on a sec. Why are you not the same? No, that's not right. One, two, it's like 4 holes there, 4 holes there. Okay, so the ship is being a bit of a... The tiles are being a bit of a butt. Does that match? I think it does match. Yeah, that's kind of, that's matchy. It's a bit bulky, but maybe I'll just cut out a bit more of the internal tiles. I'll have a look. Oh, 100% streamlined with that. I mean, that's going to potentially be a speed boost, so... I'll do that. Kind of... Okay, why are you so... 3, 1, 2 in a weird corner. 1, 2, 1, 2. Is that just a feature of the walls? I'm not sure. That's peculiar. Okay, so we're getting up in temperature. Good. So hello there, big space, shiny Boral. Do you want to call this big? We're gonna call this big space. Big space. TPS big space. If you got a better name. Tiny pirate ship big space. It's kind of a pretty sweet name if you ask me. TPS big space. Where are you? We're gonna put you up to the top of the spaceship priority list. So I think we're nearly ready. These are good. Where are all of these? Just launch more shit. Sorry, stuff upwards. I want them arcospheres. I also want more power. There's plenty of room for logic. There's plenty of room for lights. Should I want to use lights? I'm actually not sure what I'd bother using lights for at present. There's plenty of room for power. We've got a little bit of exit doors here to get in and out. Nice and easily. We've got doors. A lot of lasers that will cover everything. A laser on each side just in case stuff slips through the down the side of the ship or something odd. Now you're doing this whole weird cranking thing, aren't you, where the steam is just going to go around and you're not going to accumulate. How can I turn you off? No, can I not? Could I stop you working somehow? I actually could. Watch this. This is going to be impressive. Connect up to this pole, and if A, so the surface equals, or does not equal 748, then you can work. Otherwise you can just sit there. So now you're disabled. It's going to just stop. These will start, yeah, these will start accumulating. Good. These are doing a little bit. That weird pumping noise is going to be horrible the whole time. Oh, you know what? I reckon we almost need... Oh, it's because... Are we going to end up with a problem? See, this is keeps sucking in a little bit more every time as the water gets into the system. If I drop it down to 15,000, well, first of all, it will stop. And I think that will give enough of a buffer that all the water flowing through and building up as steam won't overwhelm it. Mind you, if we had... Yeah, because what I worry is we fill this is mostly full, and then the loop of steam to water and back again becomes problematic. I mean, it's going to top it up occasionally because these are growing. Okay, cool. I think this is doing it. This is doing it okay. Will this ship launch though? Ultimate question. How much... Oh, we can't tell how much power's on it yet. I'm just going to call this one 69. Nice. Do I want to just wall it a bit more? Protect it? It's got a laser next to it. Should be okay. It would ruin the symmetry if it had too much wall. And the thing has... It's pretty solid. Alright, so we're starting to see some of these come in. Good. That's requesting arcospheres. 96, 96. I can't imagine a situation where we'd need more. A couple of these small generic utility chests might be useful for me. So I want 50 of these. I don't even know why I'm using 3 chests, but whatevs. Oh, still got piles of nuclear reactors in case I just randomly need a bunch of nuclear reactors. Just, you never can tell. That thing is plenty there. I suspect... I almost think we might need it. And of course it will not fit up there short of doing this. I almost wonder if that needs to be further forward. But I think if we get to the point where we're taking damage, then we're doing something wrong. And if it has to go out damaged and then come back, whatever's fine. And actually, if it's only going to be repaired when I'm out with it anyway, because it doesn't carry drones, because this thing doesn't. So I think that's not a concern. Have we got another bunch coming up by any chance? Oh, they're a bit slow. Come on, you're supposed to be... That's all you're supposed to be doing over here. Except for you, who are miles away from the beacon. Which is very sad for you. Can we... That there and that there. I think we could probably do that. And then we can go this one. So if you're there covering that half, then you can cover this half just fine. Yeah, I'll let them do that. Alright, nothing's problematic there. So... Oh wow, it's actually filled a lot of stuff pretty quick. Those are good to go. Those are good to go. Let's launch. And see what falls off. We are going. We've got how much? We've got 7 gigajoules of stored energy. Where are we even going to go? Interstellar map. Let's see what it would be like going to Shadeland. Which is a bit poop, but hey, it's a different place. It's different, and we like different. Shade land. Engage. How fast are we going to go? Big space is go. Oh, that's kind of loud. Maybe I should turn my volume down a little bit. So we're going to hit, heck knows what speed. Do I want to set up a cute light display? Probably do. It's traditional. Where do I want to put my light display? I feel like over here is a good one. So it needs to be... Yeah, let's not flee the ship right now. Mind tucking it where I can... No, here's good. 1, 2, 3. Maybe I will... Actually, what is this doing? 270? It's not too fast. But it's not crazy, right? I'm going to tell it to change this output to C. Just, I like C. We're going to put... No, I don't know. It just now doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. I'll leave that off. It's kind of too cluttered. How far away is Shadeland at this speed? That's not too bad. 280. Yeah, I mean it definitely needed all 9 engines. Oh, I get this weird Doppler when I've got the view on. I like the fact as well that these shields aren't so wide that they're collecting a lot of extraneous rocks. They're very neatly tied only to picking up the irrelevant stuff. The stuff that isn't going, so it's not a big drain on energy for them to get hit. These are wiping out the rocks, no problem. I mean, the ship could even actually be slightly wider over here. Could fit in more lasers. It would slow it down a bit. This... Is that... I mean, I think that's still a too wide wall, so... Yeah. Oh, it's actually slowed down, because every time you adjust the ship, it has to recheck its status. It might even go faster now. How is this thing going? So this arm is now operational because, yes it is. There's 188 in here. Is this going to have to request like 500 for a long journey just to be safe? I hope not, but... Yeah, okay, I know, yes, I've got my own drones. What drone is that even? Oh, it's a rogue. Yeah, thank you. Yes, okay, fine. Just... Come here. Nope, just gonna hang around? Just hanging around. Okay, cool. Antimatter, 20 gigajoules, 6,000. It's consuming a bit of water. That's all not backed up. Those are full. Those are just trunking along quietly. That is now working because it's in the right place. It's not on the... Yes, okay, that's good. Alright. Pumps, smart. Pumps is a good idea. Didn't really go any faster at all. I could probably make it... I mean, I could make it fatter, but... I almost wonder if I can make it shorter. Just smaller deck plan. Not especially. 9 engines takes up a lot of room. How are we looking on charge? These are still completely charged. And I almost wonder if I do... I could even do a combinator, like, so long as these aren't... Oh, it doesn't really matter that the water pumps. Because this thing just is gonna just consume, just like any nuclear reactor in the game. It just consumes fuel at a very steady rate. If I take fuel out, it'll just cool down, and then you have the issue that you gotta wait for it to warm up again. So realistically, I was thinking what I could do is, if the batteries are not high, I would turn off this. Like if the batteries are really high, I'd turn off this pump and stop all of this fuel cycle, steam cycle running. But that's pretty pointless. It's not going to do anything. So, yeah, it's not going to help in any way. It's not going to save me fuel. So we might as well just crank along. These are reasonably happy, because I'm planning to do a little bit of a grand circuit to get a few arcospheres. And I want this ship to be able to last a bit. Eventually I will probably send this ship on and clone it and send it on little automated jaunts to collect and deliver arcosphere stuff. How much did we brought? Like 9. So exactly how much of a jaunt this is going to be, I don't know. A short jaunt, I would suspect. Okay. So now we've got this a bit sped up. Oh, we've got 21 in here finally. Okay, great. Are there any in the box? It's requesting more because I wanted heaps. Okay. There's a little bit of junk in here, but it's not too extreme. Probably don't need more barrels, I will say that for sure. I calculated the other day that we've created 700, well, I looked in production tab, we've generated something like 750,000 barrels in this game, which is loopy. Okay, I actually want to check dark assemblage. How are you looking? Oh. Yeah, oh, okay, the map didn't update till I had a look. So, this is where we bring Nacritite in. All the trains and everything are backed up right now because there's no ships out here, which I should check. I thought there'd be some. This is some chests where so there's a dividing line here between networks. We have a network here for the drone ports. If I go to the map, you'll see it's split in 2. So we have one set of drone ports there, and all the drones in this part move stuff to these boxes, and then on this side they pick them up and move them onwards. That way I can request from the ship fuel, and then on this side I can push that fuel into the reactors, and I can also control it, so there's never going to be more than 100. These only need 100, so if there's already 100 in here, it doesn't request them, so it doesn't pull them off the ships. Likewise, I can take spent antimatter, put in train fuel, and yeah, it works quite well. So it's kind of a good way just to control the ships arrive. They might top up, so each of the ships brings out with it a few supplies, and if they're needed, they end up here. And I've got this is shoving. If there aren't many drones available, it puts some in this in here, drone port, because drone attrition will take place. Yeah, and that's kind of this. And they're all backed up. They're starting to drain again now, so this little one here will empty, and then all these trains will come down. And this is a big set of kind of very straightforward train tracks to Naquitite stations, and here we mine the delicious juice that is slowly getting us robot worker speed 13, which is quite an expensive tech, which is almost pointless because my UPS is so low, so I'm not even sure why I'm researching it, but it's a thing to do. Meanwhile, actually, I wanted to check the surface for... Oh wow, we're actually completely backed up unloading. Why is that? What are we... Okay. Oh, yeah, the game is complaining about a lack of trains. Yeah, there's very high demand. The train depots are looking kind of bare. Oh well. Should I just come over... Are you... You are a train, so let's put you... Let's just add a few stacks of trains around here. Once the trains are in... Actually, what I'm going to have to do is do that. I've had issues where the train comes in and kind of tries to... And as the drones are flying in... what do they do? They, the robots fly in, they put the train piece down, and then you have to tell the network to take those disgusting train pieces away, and it gets very confused. So we'll add more trains in. It's good times. Here are our vessels to take plate back up and ingots back up, but we're waiting on trains just to come over to here and pick up all the stuff. There's just not enough trains running. Yeah, chronic shortage. Plate manufacture, some of the acid we need for the production, and everything's running slow. Oh, we're there. Anchor to Shadeland. Okay, hang on. I need to look at Shadeland by the looks of it. Oh, okay. There's a big rock. Is there anything interesting here? I've got to resist the urge of exploring too much because it just becomes a little bit pointless. It adds to the save file and probably slows things down. Oh, that's a huge rock. That's beautiful. Alright. What are we looking at? Well, I think we can... Why is there a little... Oh, there's a tiny patch of water ice there. Well, how big is it? 14k, and here's another one. I actually wouldn't mind parking near the ice, just in case. Okay. Anchor to Shadeland. Some nuclear refuel. Get away from there a little bit. What is going on? Okay, that's fine. Confirm anchor. We have landed, minions. Be happy. No, that's the wrong way around, you doofus. So that's 69. 69. So this is anchor point 69. And now what we do, and this is perhaps where I should actually put down one of these. So the one drone that we've got and now has a house. Wonderful. There's no other, like, this. I think we do want to have 50 drones. Yeah, we will need to do this. We'll need to set this up properly from the get-go. So you will request drones from the storage chest, and you will put them in. So this place is actually only going to be powered when a ship like this visits. I might give it some power, and this should output robot statistics, which is total logistics bots is Y. So you will only work when Y is less than 100. So that's good. The next thing we want to do is put down our Arcosphere collector type devices, which are here. Put down 1. We want a storage chest. I wouldn't mind the slightly smaller version, but oh well, we got the big one. Storage chest, request a chest. And what we're going to request is, I don't know, 50 of those and 50 of those from a buffer chest, and put it in there, and then take out the, well, it's only going to be 1. Put it in, take it out, and we will give this all a bit of a speed boost, but also an efficiency boost as well. So it's going to go up 200 speed, but down 1,000% in electricity usage for the whole thing. I wonder if that makes a difference to these. Energy per shot. Not really. But we might see in the 10-minute graph. The wide area beacon uses a lot. The Nacrium accumulators are draining. But you can see actually the space probe suddenly lost all their power. But then the wide area beacon uses the rest. So if we just took that away, now the wide area beacon is not drawing 11 meg, and she'll project a roboport. Where is the, they just barely generate anything. Okay, but I do, yeah, no, I kind of want that, to be fair. I don't know if it, consumption 10 megawatts. If I take this out, what's its consumption now? It's still 10 megawatts. If I did that, what's its consumption? 10 megawatts. This consumption, as far as well, right now I just want arcospheres, so I don't really mind. And when I'm not here, there won't be any power drain. And these are just going to keep cycling anyway, so slightly more power doesn't really matter. In fact, using all the power just doesn't matter. We're never going to tap it out. So, okay. You're both very noisy. I get it. Do we want to? I think we want a little ground. To walk on. We got to keep our feet clean. It's very dirty around here. You can't just be building your space platform on a giant pile of rock. Yeah, auto launch with cargo. Yeah, oof. Ooh, that would have been a real pain to send stuff out here for no gain. Okay, that's very loud. Oh my god. Turning that away. Okay, let's give it a little walk over here. Oh wow. Alright. Off they go. How many arcospheres are we going to get? Yes, 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 yes. Come on, game. Give me my spheres. I want them. I want them so much. I almost was thinking, before of expanding this slightly, but the only reason I'd expand it at this point is to like jam another engine on it or something. If I could actually fit the fuel pipes in, which would be a pain. So yeah. Although that would be kind of funny, wouldn't it? Just go bonk, just smack an engine and bam, stick one on each side. Okay. Yep, go. Okay, whatever. Let's go get that engine back before we leave it here. Did we get some arcospheres? 3? Is that all? Are you serious? Information arcospheres. So I found 2 and I collected... What? I found repeated launches of diminishing returns. So this is what I don't quite understand. It says arcospheres found in the deep space interstellar void. 68 arcospheres, 44 collectors. Well, I mean... confused. I would have thought that I'd be getting a few more out here because there might be some around Shadeland and I'd be pulling from the interstellar void. But as you can see, I've already collected 68 somewhere. God knows where they are. In fact, I'm convinced that some of them are lost in space, just lying around. I've literally dropped them on the floor. Alright. Yes, we know you're very noisy. What else is on this rock? Oh, it's really not very interesting, is it? It's a decent size though. It's one of the largest sort of asteroidy rock platforms with a decent bunch of minerals on it too. Like if you actually had to set something up here. Not that we would really have any purpose to do that right now. What was this place famous for? So Shadeland has a lot of uranium. Well, that's what we found. And visited in person. Good. And a bunch of water ice and a tiny amount of aquatite. Alright, what are we looking at now? 3. Wow. So worth. I actually... Do I... Why? Oh, the drone is... There's only one drone here, of course. And he's just doing the rounds. So I actually need to leave this here and I need to go all the way back. Hey, sub. Yeah, I'm making some progress in the whole Arcosphere world. My ship looks like... Yeah, it looks like something you'd... Yeah, I don't really want to say. But it is kind of compact. This little power system here is relatively tight. There's probably ways you could make it tighter if you were really clever, but yeah, I'm not that clever. Alright. How many more? I think we're basically done because we only brought 9. Yeah, whoops, we only brought 9 of these, so we're kind of at the peak. What should we do? We could go and... I actually don't even necessarily want to do this to move this anymore. Like these... What the... Where are... Oh, okay. These probes are so expensive. They're 1,000 data cards each. That, the fact that they're just going to pile up here is distressing to me. Oh, well, I mean, if we've got the things launched, I might as well build a couple of them. Maybe we'll get a couple more jolly thingamybobs. You launch, and you launch. Good. So, they're fine. The drone is... The single drone is sitting in there. Okay, you're very loud. Do I have... Run away. Where is my... There it is. I was going to drop... like, what? No, oh, don't do that. Just stay stocked up, okay? Fill this with a... that's probably more than enough. Okay, we got the arcospheres. How many are in there? 9. 10. Well, that's a bit pitiful, isn't it? But it will do for now. We've proven the concept that this ship essentially can travel near infinite distances. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I needed to put down... did I even? I don't think I did. Kind of dumb. I didn't put down the little... Ugh. In orbit around Nauvis, did I put down the... Oh, I didn't. Well, that's what I could do. That would be smart. If I could do that right now. At least I kind of carved it out so I can see where it goes. Yeah, we can do that. So on this ship, I want to put this down and say you're going to use your left docking clamp. That one is called 69, and you're going to dock to another left one. That one called 69, because wherever you go, that's how you're going to work. And just do that, would you? So now when we go back to Nauvis orbit, go back to Norbit. Does it even use much fuel? It's barely touched the sides. I mean, the ship, it could go faster. Can I make it go faster now? Could I get fuel up there if I had to? If I had to run fuel, where would I go? I would go up here, maybe? I mean, I probably could. Just sort of thinking about it. Would it be worth it to add on the little boosters? It would be quite cute. What would that look like if we were just to go cut? And then we were to go maybe like has to be a little bit of room, and then we just would have to go like this. It would also slightly eat our vent thing, which I don't actually think it would mind. How big is that? That's the full extra width. So it would be like that sort of thing. And the rocket engine would sit like that. Yeah. This would go like this. I mean, I appreciate the slight change in shape. Feels a little bit clipped on right now. And I don't mean that in like a good way either. And then we've got to get the fuel in. without compromising the ship. Would we need to make sure that that connects. Oh, I must have miscalculated something on this side. Yeah, it is looking a little wide. And again, the fuel challenge. I mean, I just like how fast that looks like it's going to go eventually, right? We just probably don't need as many batteries. Come on. Yeah. Get out of this. That hasn't really seemed to do much. Ooh, you're tricky. There is a kind of a gap here which might work out slightly in our favor. This part, not so much. Like, we're going to go faster, but while we do that, we're going to... Oh, whoops. Kind of trying to be cute just to give myself a walkway to get through, but it's probably not going to work. That gives me the impression of a walkway, and that's okay. This is a bit hokey, isn't it? I don't know. I think it's going to kill my streamline as well, but yeah, it does kill the streamline a little bit. The extra speed is going to make life a bit harder for everything. So I think it's gonna have to take... Can we just do this to here? There's no way to jam them in. Okay. Too bad. Let's fly. I fiddled with that way too long. Yeah, we've got what we want. We have a little loop set up. Now that's all that. Let's go. Let's see if it makes it go faster. We get 280. I would like it to go quicker. Oh, it doesn't cook that. Nice. I mean, yeah, I mean, I could always stagger a couple of extra engines and then just see what it does. I'm expecting it to be reasonably quicker. And we should be in deep space, 300, yeah. 214. I'm still liking how close these are to the walls. Really reduces the chances of us getting a hit on the shields before the lasers have had a chance to take the rocks out. And that saves power. Not much point in saving power. I mean, is there any point at all in saving power? Absolutely 0 point in saving power. 0. I could put 6 of these on the ship. 10 of them. I wouldn't make a difference. I could put no lasers and just power. I could just brute force my way through. I could put more engines on, that's for sure. I could actually double this. I could make the ship a lot more bigger. I'm always tempted to go look for, I've done this before. I go and look for space exploration ships, Factorio, and then I look at pictures of spaceships in the blinding light, trying to look for ways to jam more engines in. Yeah, there's definitely designs where what are people doing here? Big reactors, big shields, rude shaped ones, doubly engined ones somehow. Ships with holes in the middle, kind of cute. So I believe you can just put the engines almost directly behind, but yeah, that seems 280. Are you telling me that all of that work and we generated basically almost nothing extra? For just okay, we accidentally walked out of the ship. Okay, turn on my jetpack. Oh god. Okay, I think I have to do a what is the signal for deep space? It is there is actually a 281. No, 281's the speed. I think I can do it this way. So if what is it? If the speed equals 0 open, and since speed does not equal 0, it's going to stay closed. I'll just leave it on that door for now. That way I won't just bonk out. I can still fall out the back of the ship, but I'm not going to accidentally, as I run up and down, walk into it. So, actually we can go and look at the... Oh, you guys are still... Oh, okay, yes, we have to do the trains as well. So we've set up the part of this, but... Trains. Depot. All the way down here, depot. What are these? Huh, okay. So, train. Are you really on the wrong fuel type? I think you might be. You should be on nuclear fuel. Yes. 40. And yeah, so it'll slowly use that up. Yeah. Good. Okay, trains. Are you all done? You should all be shooing off now. Yes, you are. Good. go. Load them up. You're just all waiting. Okay, you're all waiting for your departure lane. Okay, fine. So I think outside of deep space, this ship is just fine. Just outside of those really high density asteroids. But again, the shields aren't compromised. They got a few hits, but nothing major. The speed is barely worth it, it would seem. That's the streamlining is being countered by the addition to two rocket engines has not made a difference. That's annoying. I might just make the whole ship bigger. So this is the location, and what I want to do is just carve out more room for construction, so that I'm not going to carve out everything, but I want to be able to see the edges a bit more so that I can put down, if I want to, more tiles and stuff. And kind of do want to do that. I think we won't have to worry about that too much. Oh, and actually I don't need that anymore because I am going to manually land this, and I'm going to plonk it right in the middle-ish of this larger area. I think that's the plan. Like, let's be ready to build up to this big, which means also nuking that. Okay, yeah, you do that. 280? That's not bad. Well, we can go faster. The last little steam-powered ship went faster than that. Oh, battery-powered ship. 55? Oh yeah, fair enough. So these engines at the front are kind of obviously failing. I sort of think I could stagger the back, like boop, 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 overlap, 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 and then up. And that could jam in 4 or 5 more engines, so 6 easy. And we can clean up the front a bit, just generally tidy it without making major overhauls. I suspect. How are we looking at fuel? That's easy. Absolute tons of fuel. We could go back multiple times if we wanted to. But actually the next destination needs to be... did we get a reading on like arcospheres here or something? No. So the next place probably needs to be Asteroidia. What are these places like? A lot of erudite and 0 threat is good. Waterless, that's very normal. And that's it. Oh, cool. Yeah, I like it. It's a beautiful, beautiful system. Euphorius, what do you like? You got zilch. Alright, you're hardly thrilling me, world. Wixius is vulcanite and beryllium. Colorful canyons. And another waterless coal world. Oh, it's got a mega structure and a bit of threat. I'm also kind of keen to visit some of these places, but I have to be really careful landing just because of the amount of fuel it might take to take off again. What is the size of this one? Radius 832. And if we were to go to Caldus, oh, actually it's bigger and heavier than our homeworld. Oof. Yeah, I don't really want to go there. Okay, drones are zooming in. How are these guys doing? Are they not departing? I suspect that they don't have it for this, for the basics. Oh, here we go. Home already. So actually, let me check the surface. Oh, right. You can have a depot. Go. And we still want more trains. Fair enough. No. No. There. Okay, so we check here. 64. Yeah, launch them. Anchor. Weird ship. Go park yourself over here. Oh, no, I actually really need them to hurry up and sort that out. I can't be plonking right there. Get rid of. And in fact, can we go over a bit bigger? Yeah, we'll have to do that. I sort of need a probe rocket, don't I? What could I do for that? I sort of have an idea. I could use these. These could have request chests. Just like... No, that doesn't really work because in orbit... Oh no, I could... could I do them like that? No. In those request chests will pull from the green chests, won't they? No, only if they're ticked. Otherwise they don't talk to them. But the ones in space, on my spaceships, are green chests so that they can be pulled out from. I could have them as boxes with filters on them. As storage boxes with filters, I can. So only place that can... And then the... yeah. I mean, it might help a little bit. You can have one. You can have one. And you can also have one. See if they get done. And I'll try and remember to then go actually do the thing that I've just said. Okay, so that's there. Orbit is almost clean. Oh, there's a tiny little nub there. Get rid of that nub. Oh, I can't believe how... I don't know quite why the train network is feeling quite so overwhelmed. I'm dreading to look at Nalvis. Oh, that's a lot of backed up glass. Let's have a look. Okay, there's vast amounts. Oh, it's short. It's the lack of trains is causing issues. Yeah, so you can see it's requesting 7.3. We've got an absolute ton backed up. Yeah, it's requesting, but we've got tons backed up. We've got 1.7 million in ore. But we just don't have the trains to move it around right now, so the trains is the issue, in fact. So, oh well. We will try and sort that out. Like, we've just added a metric bucket of trains to this area. And yeah, it's going to be pretty good. Okay, cool. So we can probably dock down. Do I want it to be a bit bigger that way? We probably do. More chopping. I keep forgetting how big this ship is. Yeah, let's make it chunky. I wouldn't even object to putting 4 or more fuel tanks on it. That way, if we do have to land on planets, if we want to go exploring, we can. And I can put a set of gear on the ship as well that suits like exploration. So basically rocket launchers and nuclear whatevers. Yeah, nuclear tipped torpedoes. Or, sorry, rockets. That's what I used last time. In theory, there's actually puzzles. I've heard there's some kind of puzzles to do with the artifacts, but I've not been able to work it out myself. Or might be a bit more end game. I might need some special items. Oh, oh, that's bad. Oh, what's wrong? Oh, that's a pain. How did you get filled up with water? Moving, they're fine, they're fine. And dock. Dock, dock, dock. Ah, okay, so someone's going to have to fly out to you. And you're slowly slowing down. You're going to hit a rock. Come on, rock. You can do it. And... bonk. There's no drones on this thing. Oh, robots, and it really can't be for complex reasons. So, what speed's it doing? Oh, it's just doing 1.4, so it's going to take a million years to get there. I'm going to have to go rescue that at some point. I think the reason is to do with how the docks are set up. Yeah, something like this will do. Come on. Speed is -2. Oh, okay, so speed equals less than 0. Yay, fly out. Okay, so there's a loop that goes on with the water that maybe is not working properly. Is the water being drained out? That water's coming out just fine. And is being pushed into this chest. This chest should only be loading... maybe drop it a little bit. So is one of them going wrong? That one pushes out. Should be fine. I better check this before it all goes horribly wrong and something weird goes to take place. Oh, full. Oh, disabled. So what I do here is I just pick this up, blink, and then I put down another one, and we destroy a bunch of water, and now this will drain because this might have been filling up. Yeah, it was. We probably run the risk of there being too much water in the network. I think we might run that risk because the ships move around. That's my hunch. So that should add a little buffer as the ships... Oh, I just accidentally flew into the ship. Okay, come here. No, get away. No, just leave it. Yeah, as the ships move between all the different docks, they could fill up, as they've done here, because 15,000 doesn't leave much buffer. So we can do that. And now water tanks will... Oh, these are fine, but yeah, in general, good idea. Okay, smart me. I'm going to do a quick fiddle with that ship to see if I can empty the engines a little bit. Not the engines, but 5,000. Make it a little faster, fix it up a bit. And then we'll probably just about call it a day. Okay. So you big dumb ship. Get rid of that. That. Because you're ugly. And now you should not be putting any more fuel in. Good. Because there's just no point. Yeah, okay. Just get on. So... let's just take this pile of junk off. And the surface, what are you doing? So you're there. Send these guys on their way. Thinking. I can actually see the flashing stations, so it wants stuff, it just doesn't have the trains. So I want to put a logistic filter on you of these things. And if we push into the network, yeah, if we push these out, will they get sent preferentially to those far away places? I don't know. We'll eventually find out, because we'll find boxes in them or not. But for now, do we have more in our central load? Not a great many, so we can probably leave that for now. Alright. Okay, well, so what I kind of want to do is that, to just basically go pom, 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 stagger, stagger, stagger. Is that staggering? There's an overlap of one square. I could do less off to the sides. Would this do it enough? Which part is empty? I think it's this one square there, isn't it? Let's do it the same here. Is that too far over? So it looks a little hokey, but that center square I think is fine. Or is it? That's the question. Ugh. So that's how wide it has to be. So we can go there, but then we can't fuel it, so... One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. That was a ship jumping in, which is sweet as. Right, can we actually take out two squares? No. Oh, there's the edges of it there. Where do we want the next one to be? Kind of there-ish, which means oh, actually it's even better than that, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And trim. Okay, so I could probably get up to about 11, right? So that's there, so the next one would be about there. Does that work? I could see that working very well. Placing tiles under the engines is perhaps the biggest pain, I would say, of this situation right now. Now the only issue is that the whole ship could now be shorter, so I kind of want to conserve this fuel and pump it out, which is a teeny bit of a pain. Stop. Gotta put my little tile. This is really ridiculous. Rather than just waiting for the drones, I'm gonna build a little tiny evacuation route for my stuff. Alright, let's evacuate the fluids. So stuff is too precious. Now, something really terrible happens. When I flip these motors, suddenly these stations become obsessed with trying to fill themselves, and I have trying to take delivery of fluids, and I have no idea why that is. It is so annoying. Like, sorry, they just, trains come up to take fluids away. It just does my head in. It's a real weird one, and I don't know why it does it, and it seems to be a bug that sticks with the train. Even when you take out bits of the station, you mess with it and you reset it all. the station still wants to load everything up in a weird way. So I think we can drain everything off, and I can just basically just move everything further north. Likewise, I can rip out some of this stuff just to reduce confusion. And all of this because it was kind of dumb. It didn't, the benefits just really weren't there. We might need to space these out slightly. Over one. Over one. Yeah, I mean, I think that would be really good, right? Let's just chop off the wings for now. Worry about what this means for the ship a bit later. Getting rid of spare pipes and other random... I think I'm just going to cut things that... I mean, like, I'm not even sure the batteries are necessary. Not really, because there's so much stuff going on. There's still stream in that, so I'm going to leave all that there. Is that all being pulled out? Yeah, slowly and surely. There's no antimatter in them. Fine, they can just... Oh, I see they've actually got little lights on them to show there's fuel in them. But they're all going to drain. Right, come on, let's push that out. Let's make that a bit faster. Good. So I think I can just move all of these engines up essentially, because right now they're not doing very much, so spread out, and they're just adding to the rather bulky weight of this vessel. Alright, it's going to start slowly cooling down soon, but yeah, that's fine. It's going to take us a while to repair. I don't want to move all this because this actually seems to be working pretty well. Yeah, the water steam loop is going great. There's plenty of water as a buffer, so that is fine. Where are you, stranded ship? It's the Overkill. Oh, Peggy will be mad at me. She named the ship and now it's going at almost no speed. It's basically idle. Solely because of pipes. And I can't even get rid of water by pivoting these around. Tragedy. I sort of wondered if I could just... What I... here's an idea. If I divide this network up... That could do it. Like, I can't destroy... Oh, actually, you know what? I probably could. Bam. There you go. I'll just delete all the water in that network. And problem solved. It's got a ton of steam, so that's all it wants. And off it goes again. Ah! I am, in fact, certifiable genius at times. Not very often. Oh, you're almost full. There's... Yeah, okay. Right, let's add another tank in. Pump it all the way up here. We're going to use it, so might as well. You don't need to exist in that fashion. Okay. Just run across the little gap here, do little boosty jumps. I'm so much faster running than I am with my jetpack right now. Yeah, so I'm going to be able to move all of this stuff around, which will be awesome. And I think what I'll do is add in a couple of extra fuel tanks. 2. Yeah. 2, I think, will give me the confidence to experiment with landing on another world. looking for artifacts. I would definitely need to make sure I've got lasers all the way around the ship if I have to land on other worlds. There could be biters and they start eating my ship. I'll be really stuffed. Those are a little tight. Let's just get them how we want them first, and then we'll worry about everything else to do with the ship. Yeah, I'm a bit more confident with that. Less banging around chance. Oh, come on. Get this stuff off the ship. But you know what, man? It is very, very late. I think you can see where this is going. I will probably fix this up tomorrow sometime. Maybe on here, maybe not. I think we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? What, 11 only? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11's pretty good. I mean, obviously it's not going to pass, but what is the structural stress at? Oh, it's not even going to tell us, I think, till it... Yeah, it's not going to tell us till it passes. So it is getting to be a fairly big ship on our scale. So we do want to crunch things down a bit, make it a bit stockier, fix up whatever else we need to, and then it will be good to go. Is it done? Still unloading. The stuff's too valuable to just throw it away. Yeah. So, how are we looking on the surface? Got 34. What about down here? None. Yeah, okay. Fine. If I stop requesting, they would hopefully end up here. How are they going? I sort of feel I need a little production chain for these somewhere rather than relying on the bots. That's fine. One of the things I do want to know is what are those things that I keep sending up called? The little green boxes. These things, rocket control units. I keep seeing boxes and boxes. Oh, rocket control units. They're being used up. Okay, can't remember what for, but good. They're being used up. So eventually, once these pick up their complement of this one needs more solar probes, it will probably take off. The solar probes being made here. But again, they require so many data cards. It just eats them for breakfast. And this bad boy requires, yeah, the deep space probes, not the ones for the orbs, but deep space. Again, they're just so time consuming to make. And oh, come on. 96 on their way, 15. Okay, whatevs. A little bit more. Actually, one of the interesting things is they're consuming a lot of rocket sections, which... I mean, I make a lot, but hopefully that doesn't cause some unintended consequence. Are we seeing trains move? Slowly. Yes, we did set this one up. come on. How much does it take? Oh, they take 50k. Oh, no wonder. Yeah, alright, that does make sense. Got to have twice as many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and probably one more just to pick up any extra slack. Right, okay, fine. My mistake. I thought they were 21 for 1. You're leaving? You're departing? Pushing? Okay. So exactly how much closer can I get all of this? Oh, probably quite a few squares, realistically. I can move all of this up. I can have the fuel tanks horizontal. All of this can come all the way up. This lot can come up. This all isn't necessary. Cuts useless stuff out. Oh, no, put it back. Otherwise we're going to confuse the drones that are there. If we're going faster, we're definitely going to need to arguably increase the drone or the weight of these guys at the front. That's a bit... No, it's not too far back at that point. The fact that this is exactly the wrong amount of wide is doing my head in a little bit. But that line does run true up there. Alright, we're down to the final dregs, so I can probably start tearing up the pipes here. I'm going to do something like this. I do want to efficiently use space, and in this case, yeah, I mean I can always jump pipes, but for now the question is, can I move everything up? And I think I can, but I'm obviously sounding more and more dozy right now, so if you're stuck through this, you're doing really well. I kind of need to go to bed. And I need to... stack these up. Oh, this is going to look a little tidier like this, actually. Except for that one. Thanks very much, that one. How many are even in there now? Oh, 50. Exactly 50? Yeah, 50. Brilliant. Oh yeah, so we've got our cute little, what's that asking for? Arcospheres, logistics, something, nothing, them. Oh, you can ask for just repair kits. And then this, for now, can shoot. Oh, that's all fine. Now what I want to do in particular is eat these walls. and put this how up can I get? Probably at least that far. Could we put that there better? No, that can go back there. So I could compress this a little bit even more, I reckon. Yep, game, what are you doing? Let's get them out of inventory. Alright, yeah, that's looking... Oh, that's looking dumpy, isn't it? Kind of cute in a dumb way. Like that. Yeah. Alright, so that's what it's going to end up looking like. I think that's not too bad a clip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that'll be our most engines on the ship ever. We can sort this out to be a little lighter. Remove a bunch of these external bits that are now going to clog the ship up and make it bad. They will all need to go because otherwise the game will complain about them and it will tell me the bits of the ship are going to fall off. Something like that. Yeah, this is looking... Okay, that's not too shabby. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is finish off this lot. I think those 4 engines, or 4 piles, are pretty sweet. Another option would be to go something like this. Maybe, yeah, maybe that would be better. I can arguably save a little space if they're like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then yeah, just move these away. Yeah, I actually think that could be even cooler. So that just makes it a bit shorter, stockier, stumpier, which is also I think a good thing at this point. And that would really help keep the size down. But look at the engine to size ratio right now. This thing I think is going to absolutely moon. The other thing I really will have to do is to, I think, potentially even just even this out here. We need to jam more, just basically need to jam more as lasers in, really. It needs to be able to shoot more, really bluntly. It's going to have a hard time otherwise, because the speed at which it's going, it'll be over 300, will mean that it struggles to keep up with the demands of blowing stuff up out of the sky, really. So that's going to be a good challenge. That's probably getting towards the right amount of lasers. I wish that these were not having to alternate, but they will. Stack it down the middle, that's fine. Yeah, and likewise this streamlinedness is not as high as it probably should be, but we can at least do that, which might help. Yeah, something like that. So I think this will be a good little project to finish off in the next video, if not before. And then I might do it before, because what I want to do is a lot of long, slow travels to collect arcospheres, and that will take ages. And I've been trying to edit, and yeah, you know what that looks like now if you've watched this video. And you've now watched me like try to finish this video for honestly about 20 minutes. It is time for my bed. I'm obviously fading rapidly. So I hope you have found this interesting, useful, educational, inspirational, all the ills and things that you can imagine. And until next time, I have been Tiny Pirate, and this has been a Let's Play of Factorio. I will catch you again soon. Good night.